The human who adopted the saddest alien girl. What happened next? Shocked the galaxy captain. Lisa Morgan stood on the bridge of the starship Aurora as it approached the destroyed planet Zephyria. The once beautiful world now looked like a broken marble against the black of space. Smoke still rose from cities that had burned for weeks. Her second officer turned to her with a grim face. "Captain, the scans show no major life signs, but we are picking up something small in the northern continent." Lisa nodded and adjusted her uniform. "Take us down Martinez. Whatever survived down there needs our help." The Aurora landed in what used to be a park. Trees lay twisted and black, while strange purple flowers somehow still bloomed between the wreckage. Lisa led a small team through the ruins of buildings that reached toward the sky like broken fingers. They found her in the basement of what looked like a school. A small figure huddled in the corner, wrapped in torn fabric. When their lights hit her, she looked up with the largest eyes Lisa had ever seen. They were silver like moonlight and filled with a sadness that seemed older than the stars. The alien child was no bigger than a human 10-year-old. Her skin had a soft blue tint and her hair fell in silver waves around her shoulders. When she saw the human, she pressed herself deeper into the corner and made a sound like wind through broken glass. "Easy, little one," Lisa said softly as she knelt down. "We are here to help." The child looked at Lisa for a long moment, then slowly reached out one thin hand. Her fingers were longer than human fingers, and they shook as Lisa gently took her hand. "My name is Lisa," she said. "What is your name?" The child spoke in a voice like music, but Lisa could not understand the words. The universal translator in her ear made soft clicking sounds as it worked to decode the language. Finally it spoke. "She says her name is Kira. She says everyone else is gone. She says she has been alone for 27 days. Lisa felt her heart break. She had seen war zones before, but something about this small girl touched her in a way she had never expected. Without thinking, she opened her arms and Kira fell into them, crying tears that sparkled like diamonds. That night on the ship, Kira sat in the medical bay while Dr. Amy Foster ran tests. The results were unlike anything they had seen before. Kira was not just any alien child. Her DNA showed markers that the computer said were impossible. "Captain, you need to see this." Dr. Foster called Lisa over to the screen. "Her genetic structure is incredible. She has the ability to process information at rates that would make our best computers look slow. Her brain shows activity in areas we did not even know existed." Lisa watched Kira through the window. The child sat perfectly still, staring at a simple puzzle that Dr. Foster had given her. In seconds she had solved it, then taken it apart and put it back together in a completely different way that somehow worked even better. "There is more," Dr. Foster continued. "Her species seems to have a natural understanding of quantum mechanics. Look at these scans of her neural pathways. She is unconsciously calculating probability matrices that our best scientists struggle with." But Lisa was more interested in something else. Every time someone walked past the medical bay, Kira would look up with those huge silver eyes full of hope. Then, when they kept walking, her shoulders would drop and she would return to staring at nothing. Over the next few days, as the Aurora traveled back toward Earth, Lisa found herself spending more and more time with Kira. She brought the child food and simple games. She showed her pictures of Earth and told her stories about humans. Kira learned English with frightening speed. Within a week, she was speaking in full sentences. Within 2 weeks, she was reading books meant for adults. But what impressed Lisa most was not how smart Kira was, but how kind she remained despite everything she had lost. Why do humans help others they do not know? Kira asked one evening as they sat in the observation deck watching stars stream past. Lisa thought about this. Because it is right. Because everyone deserves to be cared for. Because sometimes helping others helps us too. Kira nodded slowly. On my world we had a saying. Those who have lost everything have nothing left to lose and everything to give. I think I understand now. When they reached Earth, Lisa faced the hardest decision of her career. The government wanted to study Kira. Scientists lined up to run tests on her remarkable brain. Military leaders wanted to understand her. People's technology. But all Lisa could see was a small girl who had lost everything and needed someone to care about her, not what she could do for them. That night, Lisa made a choice that would change both their lives forever. She filed papers to adopt Kira as her daughter. The bureaucrats were shocked. A starship captain wanting to adopt an alien refugee was unheard of. The hearings went on for weeks. Government officials argued that Kira was too valuable to be raised by one person. Scientists claimed they needed to study her to benefit all mankind. Military leaders said she could be a security risk. Lisa sat through it all with Kira beside her. The child had grown taller in the months since they found her, and her silver hair now reached her waist. But her eyes still held that deep sadness, even though she smiled more often now. Finally, the day came when the judge would make his decision. The courtroom was packed with reporters and officials from dozens of worlds. Everyone wanted to know what would happen to the miraculous alien child. Judge Robert Hayes looked down at Lisa and Kira from his bench. This case has raised questions about adoption law that we have never faced before. Can a human truly be parent to an alien child? Can we ask one family to take on such responsibility? Lisa felt Kira grab her hand and squeeze tight. She squeezed back. But, the judge continued, I have watched these two over the past months. I have seen how they care for each other. I have seen how Captain Morgan puts this child's needs before her own career, and how young Kira has begun to heal from her trauma through this relationship. Love knows no species, he banged his gavel. Adoption approved. The courtroom erupted, but Lisa only heard Kira whisper, "Thank you, Mom," and felt small arms wrap around her neck. That should have been the end of their story, but it was only the beginning. As Kira grew up, something remarkable happened. Her incredible mind began to work on problems that had puzzled humans for generations. At age 12, she solved equations that had stumped physicists for decades. At 14, she designed new propulsion systems that could cut travel time between stars in half. At 16, she created medical treatments that could cure diseases humans thought impossible. But more importantly, she did it all with the kindness and compassion that Lisa had nurtured in her. Every invention was meant to help others. Every discovery was shared freely with all species. Every solution came with careful thought about how it would affect regular people, not just governments and corporations. The galaxy began to take notice. Other alien species who had never trusted humans started to change their minds. If humans could raise an alien child with such love and care, then maybe they were not the violent primitives many thought them to be. Trade agreements that had been impossible suddenly became reality. Peaceful contact with new species increased. Old conflicts began to resolve as different worlds saw humans not as conquerors, but as potential families. Lisa watched all this happen with pride, but also with worry. Fame was not easy for Kira, who still sometimes woke up crying from dreams of her destroyed world. The attention from media and scientists never stopped completely. One evening when Kira was 18, they sat together on the porch of their home on Earth, watching the sunset paint the sky in orange and pink. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had left me in that basement? Kira asked. Lisa shook her head. No, because I could never have done that. From the moment I saw you, I knew you were meant to be my daughter. Kira smiled, the bright, happy smile that had replaced her old sadness. I used to dream about having a family again, but I never imagined it could be this wonderful. She paused and looked up at the first stars appearing in the darkening sky. Mom, there is something I never told you about my people. We had the ability to see possible futures. Most of them were just shadows and maybes. But sometimes we could see true paths. Lisa felt a chill. What did you see? I saw that a human with a kind heart would find me. I saw that together we would help the galaxy become a better place. I saw that love really can cross any distance, even the distance between worlds. She took Lisa's hand just like she had that first day in the ruins. I saw that sometimes the most important thing you can do is not save a world, but save one person. And sometimes when you save one person, you end up saving everyone. Lisa squeezed her daughter's hand, and together they watched the stars come out one by one, like silver tears of joy scattered across the dark sky. The galaxy was indeed a different place than it had been before, but it was better for having both of them in it.